Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome into Brantley's virtual tour live. So glad to have you here with me on a Friday night, a Friday evening, Friday hooray, hip hop hooray, to use Naughty by Nature's words. So glad to have you here. Hello, Revelation 2023. So glad to have you here and everybody who is going to be here. Welcome into Brantley's virtual tour live right here on YouTube. We have a lot to discuss today. We certainly do. Stephen A. Smith is in the news. He's always in the news for his hot takes on sports, but he had a hot take on dating that I really want to get into. Also, Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars. Will the ballroom be open or closed? Well, we will talk about that as well. We definitely will. Cynthia Bailey is making a move to help women with a particular life event. We're definitely going to be talking. We will definitely be talking about that. Taraji P Henson, the legendary Taraji P Henson. She's an actress. She's a singer. She's a producer. She's a director. She is one of the greatest people in our culture. She's family to us. Well, she says that what she did with HBCUs is exactly why she is supposed to be here, and acting led her to this. And then, of course, Kanye West. Y'all know Kanye is Kanye. Miss P. Williams, oh, I was going to call you today. We will still talk offline. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. That made me smile so much. You just have no idea. And also, y'all, Kanye West is in the news, but not for the way that you think. So with that being said, hi, everybody. Welcome in. Higher is waiting, lower is available. But either way, we are live on tour. So shall we do what we do, everybody? Let's do what we do, family. All right, y'all. So we're going to get started with Stephen A. Smith. All right. So Stephen A. Smith has a podcast called The Stephen A. Smith Show. Nikki News, welcome in. Good to see you here as well. So he said this yesterday. He said, Stephen A. Smith says, I've never been married and I'm happy about it. I'm going to say it again. I've never been married and I'm happy about it. And he has no plans to change that anytime soon. He says, I'm 55 years old. I've never been married, and I'm happy about it. Now, one could easily summarize that a past with some degree of promiscuity might, dare I say, could contribute to my desire to be single, but that's not the reason, he explained. Let's see here as we continue on. Smith then brought up rapper Jeezy recently filing for divorce from his wife Jeannie Mai after only 2 years of marriage. I am not upset about being single, Jeezy, how he filed for divorce from his wife Jeannie after only 2 years. Former friends are saying she's after his money. He went on. I hope that Shade Room is watching because you know I know. My nephew took me off to that website. I see some of the things y'all talk about. Oh, you're welcome on the Stephen A. Smith Show. Please come. If Kevin Costner's monthly child support entitles the children to maintain their quality of life, then why should he have to maintain the quality of life for the wife that's no longer with him? Y'all agree that's smart to stay single or nah? Well, listen, I think there's a lot of reasons why people are single. Some people are single because at the end of the day, they have been burned, right? Some people have been burned. Other people, they are so involved in their work. And other people have been played with. And as the people say, people are not matching the energy. And so I think there's many reasons to be single. And, exactly right, Revelation 2023, to each their own. And that's why I'm really recognizing that, that just because someone is single does not mean that they're lonely, right? And for some people, they're single, but that doesn't mean they want to stay single. Some people are single, but they don't want to stay single. They're not going to be wasting their time with someone that's not going to elevate them. Right. So I'm single right now, but, I'm talking with someone. We're trying to figure that part out and to see if that can be possible. But also, too, we are also trying to figure out if it works for us because we want it to work, not because we're just trying to be each other's coping mechanism, right? So to me, at the end of the day, Stephen A. Smith being 55 years old, he is in his career. Like, he is married to his career. He loves his daughters. He loves his family. And he has a full life. But I will also say this too to Stephen A. I had a friend that said that he would never get married. And it's always that one. It's always that one that will make you humble yourself. So, in the words of Justin Bieber and Jaden Smith, never say never. But I also do understand if he really feels that way, that's his right to feel that way. That doesn't mean he doesn't believe in marriage for the people. That doesn't mean that, he doesn't have love for people. But, some people may not have the mental space to be able to take in responsibility. And that's not a bad thing, right? Everybody has their different levels of what they can allow and what they will not allow. So, that's what I have to say on Stephen A. Smith. I don't think he said anything controversial. I think he was just speaking his truth. And I don't think he's the only person that feels that way. I really don't. So yeah. So with that being said, Dancing with the Stars is supposed to be happening, I think, September 29th at 8/7 Central live on ABC and then streaming live on Hulu. But there might be a delay in the ballroom. This comes from our friends at USA Today. Dancing with the Stars may no longer be in step with its scheduled premiere. ABC confirmed to USA Today that it's making plans to delay the 32nd season premiere of its Battle of the Ballroom, scheduled for Tuesday amid the writers and actors strike. Let's see here. Nikki News says here, when I started dating my husband, he said that he would never marry. I told him I wanted marriage and I want to continue seeing him. We've been married for 10 years. Nikki said, listen, do what you want to do, but these are my requirements. And you know what? Honestly, like I said, it's always that one. So shout out to you, Nikki News, for knowing what you wanted. And I think that your husband is probably better off for it. So shout out to that. I'm here for people loving who they want to love and making the moves that they want to make. And at the end of the day, y'all, we all are going to do things that are not going to please everybody. But at the end of the day, just because they may not like your decision doesn't mean that they shouldn't like you as a person. I think sometimes we forget the totality of a human being. We will take one moment and make that the masterpiece of who they are to us inside our head. Meanwhile, there's a whole collection of who they are that we just negate because we just want that masterpiece to be the thing we want to focus on. But to each their own. I still love everybody. But yeah, back to this story. So like I said to y'all, there may be a delay in the 32nd season of Dancing with the Stars. Celebrity contestant Matt Walsh of Veep. Veep was on Showtime, partnered with pro Coco Awasaki, says he walked out over rehearsal Thursday. If other celebrity contestants follow suit and drop out, ABC is likely to postpone its premiere. I'm taking a pause from Dancing with the Stars until an agreement is made with the WGA, Walsh said in a statement provided to USA Today by his rep, Samantha Schreiberson. I was excited to join the show and did so under the impression that it was not a WGA show and fell under a different agreement. There is a code called Network Access Code where, all the morning shows, the talk shows, the game shows, the court shows, reality competitions like Survivor and Dance with the Stars, they are not under the WGA, the Writers Guild of America. So that's what he means by falling under a different agreement. This morning, when I was informed by my union, the WGA, that is considered struck work, I walked out my rehearsal. I have been and will always stand with my union members of the Writers Guild of America and the Screen Actors Guild and the DGA. Walsh continued, beyond our union ours, I am sensitive to the many people impacted by the strike, and I hope for a speedy and fair resolution, and to one day work again with all the wonderful people I met at Dancing with the Stars who tolerated my dancing. But Dancing with the Stars is not breaking any Writers Guild of America or SAG AFTRA rules by proceeding with its season. The show, like other reality series, operates under a network code agreement that is not affected by the strike. I just told y'all about that. Yes, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Nikki News, so much for that, Queen. In a statement to USA Today Thursday, SAG-AFTRA said members appearing on Dancing with the Stars are not in violation of SAG-AFTRA strike rules for going to work as required by their non-struck contracts. Hang on, y'all. I don't want to sneeze on camera. Sorry, y'all. I just did not want to sneeze on y'all technology. It's important to recognize that SAG-AFTRA is fighting against the studios and not members who are required to go to work every day under other union and personal service agreements, the statement read. We stand with our industry siblings across the industry as we also recognize our obligations under federal labor law. USA Today has reached out to other actors competing this season, including Allison Hannigan, Ishkati Gomez, Myra Sorvino, Jamie Lynn Spears, and Barry Williams. A rep for Gomez declined to comment. Spears previously pledged to donate her Dancing with the Stars salary to the striking unions in a September 12th Instagram post. If I'm able to use this unique opportunity to bring more awareness and to donate the salary I get for dancing each week back to the community who has given me so much, this least I can do, she wrote. I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared, but I'm just gonna have fun. Hopefully be able to give back in a meaningful way until we can all get back to our day jobs. The show is scheduled to air on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu after exclusively running on Disney Plus last season. Julianne Hough, who's dancing man judge on the series, places Tyra Banks as Alfonso Rivera's co-host. So listen, this strike is getting to everybody. As you guys know, I did report on the fact that SAG-AFTRA is being hypocritical, and they have the audacity to tell content creators and influencers that they cannot talk about any struck work, but they are in a multi-year deal with a struck studio that nobody can work for or talk about their work from the studio. So they have a multi-year deal with Netflix for the SAG Awards that will be streaming live on Netflix February 24th, 2024 at 8/7 Central. So there's supposed to be a meeting with WGA and the American Motion Pictures and Television Group, or Producers of America. There's supposed to be a meeting, and they said it's supposed to be productive, but that doesn't mean a deal has been struck yet. So hopefully Dancing with the Stars will happen. And by the way, 32 seasons on the air. To let you guys know how big that is, Survivor is on its 45th season on CBS. It's almost at 50 years, 50 seasons on TV. Not too many shows make it to that 25, 32, or 45 year mark. So shout out to Dancing with the Stars. I will never go on it because no. So if I make it to Hollywood, I will never be on Dancing with the Stars because that's a lot. And I give them credit because they learn the moves live in real time, week to week. So yes, indeed. So Cynthia Bailey from Real Housewives of Atlanta, of course, as you guys know, she says she is done with Real Housewives of Atlanta, but this comes from my friends at Black Enterprise. Cynthia Bailey launches Refresh and Revive Your Soul Wellness Retreat for Women. I'm going to say that one more time. Cynthia Bailey launches Refresh and Revive Your Soul Wellness Retreat for Women. So the veteran model and reality star was in Los Angeles last month for the launch of Refresh and Revive Your Soul, a Cynthia Bailey experience. The event is a wellness retreat for women where they are encouraged to drop off their bags of life at the door and enter a safe space of sisterhood and relaxation. Um, let's see here as I continue on. For Bailey, the retreat was born because I feel like as a woman, mother, entrepreneur, I find it difficult to make me time for myself, she told Black Enterprise. Guests at a private location in West Hollywood were welcomed with plush robes and slippers upon entry and enjoyed a fully catered menu and cocktails throughout the day. Um, oh, so wait a minute, are you saying that? Well, I mean, I know you're saying what you're saying. Sorry, Revelation. I know you're saying what you're saying because I think Nene has this sister of circles thing that she's doing, but you have to make like $100,000 a year and things like that. There's different requirements. I don't know if that's the idea you're talking about, but yeah. So, and a lot of Nene's ideas has been used by other people, and they have been stolen. Just be real. Um, like T Gift, for example. But it says here, Bailey took the time out to sit with her guests who engaged in raw, unfiltered conversations that set guards down and connected energies. So I continue on. It's a very, very nice robe, by the way. A very nice robe. It says, you are gently guided to leave all your worries, anxieties, and preconceived notions at the door, Bailey said of the experience. This retreat is a sanctuary, a space of genuine self-care and transformation. Many have been wondering what is next for Bailey after her second divorce from Mike. Mike and Cynthia got partnered up by Steve Harvey on his talk show. Not by Cynthia. Lord help, not by Cynthia. An exit from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She made a guest appearance in season 15 of Roa, where she lightly addressed her divorce from Mike Hill after 2 years of marriage. Bailey 56 also competed on Celebrity Big Brother 3 and appeared alongside Kenya Moore for Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip in 2022. Known for being the exact opposite of Mean Girl or cutthroat reality shows, Bailey has paved the perfect lane to pour to others the way she has done so naturally on screen for years. I've always struggled to create a healthy balance between my personal and professional life, she explained. I have an incredible network of women that I work with, and I want a deeper, more meaningful connection to them outside of business. It says here, I want to create a safe space where we can come together to nourish, uplift, and love on each other spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Working in partnership with publicist and glam body founder Danica Berry, Bailey sought to create an event where boss women can come together and enjoy true friendship and connection. Sponsors included Soul Purge, Seagram's Escapes. For those of you who don't know, Cynthia Bailey had her own flavor, Seagram's Escapes. U.S. Fibroid Centers, Curl Days Hair Care, Brown Sugar Babe, The Health Lounge, Rosebud Investments, and Mom Mental Health Matters. Let's see. After hosting her inaugural group, which included model, actress, and fellow Real Housewives star Garcelle Bouvet, comedian Lunel, and Lonnie Love, Bailey is ready to take the well-received event on the road. The next stops being Lake Bailey in Atlanta, a special edition retreat in the Caribbean. The Atlanta edition will cater to our home crowd and aims to involve the local communities of women, enabling more convenient access who may not be able to travel far. We also have plans for other markets such as Houston, Birmingham, Mississippi, and North Carolina as well. The goal is to create a new movement for powerhouse women to enjoy more safe spaces for love, support, and upliftment. Revive, refresh your soul. A Cynthia Bailey experience is more than a retreat. It is a movement towards authenticity, self-love, and collective improvement, she said. It stands as a testament to the fact that every woman deserves a space where she can be free from judgment, where she can truly refresh and revive her soul. So what do I think about all that? I know Revelation 2023 is going to have a lot to say if she does come up. on StreamYard, or she will give her live take in the live chat. That's all you can do. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. I'll say this. I think we are all beholden to our past, but we don't have to be locked into it. I'm gonna say that again. We're all beholden to a past because we have a past, but that doesn't mean we have to be locked up into it. I think that this is great. The fact that Cynthia recognized within herself that she doesn't make time for a balance of life, which she's boring. You know what? Listen, here's the thing though, right? I don't watch Housewives. I really don't. Like, I only watched this season because of Hotel Holt, from Love and Marriage Huntsville. So yeah, I don't watch the Housewives, but going off of this story, I do think it's important that people of a Cynthia Bailey, of a Kenya Moore, of a Candy Burris, or Niecy Nash, or any woman with that type of status. I think it's important that they recognize that just because they're a celebrity, they're not beholden to any particular thing that the audience thinks that's all they do. And I think it's important to diversify your gift and expand your territory. I think that's very important. So, and listen, not every woman has the resources to be able to have a space like this. So I think it's a wonderful thing. I really do. At the end of the day, we should want to see us one more. We should. And people are going to have their takes, as Revelation 2023 clearly has her take. But, I think on the opposite, the world doesn't like us as it is. So why pile on? But that's just me. I'm not being straight laced and straight down the middle trying to be Switzerland. I really do mean that. So I thought that was great. So Revelation 2023 is in the building. Glad to have her here. Nikki News, Miss P Williams. Let me see here. And yeah, Revelation 2023, Miss P Williams, Nikki News as well. So Taraji P Henson, the Taraji P Henson. As you all know, she has she's like Tisha. Ooh, you really think she's like Tisha? I mean, Peter is in some financial stuff. But anyway, let me stop. So this comes to us, this next story comes to us from Beauty Inc. or wwd.com. So as you guys know, Taraji P. Henson has a foundation called the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation. Named after her dad. She's really about mental health. As you all know, she was on with legend Angie Martinez saying that she was just not happy. And she was on the Today Show, I think yesterday, or I know she was on this week. And, Taraji P. Henson had a show called Peace of Mind with Taraji. And for those of you who don't know, Peace of Mind with Taraji was on Facebook Watch, and she said on her show, Hold Copy interviewed Taraji P. Henson. Hold Copy said this quote from Taraji P. Henson, that there was a point where Taraji P. Henson took a super soaker, and she did not want to be here anymore. It's a very sensitive issue. I'm trying to. She bought GUN basically, and said that she just did not want to be here anymore. But then something clicked, and she went to go get help. And I did not know that she said that on her show, Peace of Mind with Taraji P. Henson. I did not know that she said that. I knew that she was going through it because she wanted to find out what was happiness to her now in the age and stage that she's at. But it goes to show that everybody is going through mental health. It doesn't matter if you're as big as Taraji P. Henson or if you're as small as Braylon Lee. We all are going through something in life. And so with that being said, Taraji P. Henson's Boris Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation and Kate Spade launched wellness pods at historically black colleges. The She Care Wellness Pods will offer mental health resources to more than 25,000 Black women at college campuses around the country. I'm going to say that one more time. The She Care Wellness Pods will offer mental health resources to more than 25,000 Black women at college campuses across the country. Okay, I thought I was going to be able to read it from there, but y'all give me a moment because I really want to tell y'all this story because honestly, to tell you the truth, I when I heard this story, when she said this story, Hoda Kotb said this isn't a gimmick, this isn't a day job, this seems like it's your calling. And Taraji P Henson said, acting led me to this. This is exactly what I was supposed to do. And I got quite emotional about it, right? Because I think when you come into Hollywood, I think that you think this is what you are going to do because you've worked so hard to get to that place, right? But as you evolve, as you do your work, and as you elevate to the higher that is waiting for you, I think it is quite powerful that from Baby Boy to Empire to Taraji's White Hot Holidays on Fox, and now being on Abbott Elementary, which she always wanted to be on a sitcom. That was her original dream. She didn't want to do drama. She just happened to fall into it. But to have that length of a career, to go on the Today Show to say, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, that she made it. And let me tell you something, Taraji P Henson could have done anything with her life because she's earned the right. But for her to say, acting is what led me here, I love acting, but this is what I was chosen to do. I have DMs all the time telling me how much they are going through things. For that to be the case of this is what she wants to do, much love to you. So Alabama State University. So if you know any young ladies at Alabama State University, let them know about this. They are the first historically black college and university in the nation to be selected for its first of a kind pilot program. I'm reading this from the Alabama State University website, which was created by Henson along with the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation Executive Director, Tracy J. Jenkins. And they teamed up with Kate Spade. So Kate Spade is a very big beauty brand in New York City. And even though Alabama State University is the first stop, they plan to take this to historically black colleges and universities nationwide to serve more than 25,000 black women. The initiative's vision also includes plans for he care and they care pods. I'm going to say that again. It includes plans for he care and they care pods. So men will get these pods to be able to go talk to therapists, to be able to relax, and to be able to have a place to fall. If you're under the LGBTQIA plus community, or if you just don't fit in, there's going to be a pod for you as well. Listen, we can't change the whole world, but we can change the parts of the world that will allow for change. So shout out to Taraji P Henson. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I truly do feel that with this purpose that she has, I could see her doing TED Talks about mental health. I could see her doing speaking engagements on mental health. I think Peace of Mind with Taraji P Henson could come back very easily as a Hulu series, as a streaming series. And I really do think that Taraji P Henson with mental health can do a lot of good. Because let me tell you something. Um, Sometimes the best way to reach somebody is to have somebody not an expert at it, but they are a expert at the soul of going through something. It's a difference between being an expert because of information and being an expert because you have the soul for it because you've been through it. So about the pods, the two wellness pods are structures that will offer a variety of mental health resources for Black female students. Those resources include virtual in-person therapy sessions, psycho education sessions, as well as yoga, art, sound, and dance therapy workshops. The pods will also serve as a place for students to rest. Um, that's amazing. That's amazing. Um, you know what? I don't know if they have a YouTube channel or not, but you know what? I'm gonna try to see if I can talk to the foundation and see if they want to come on YouTube to talk about it, because I think that this is a very big deal. Um, I was talking with my mom, and I was talking to her about my channel and things like that, because there was a live that I did where I was just Braylon. I was being funny, I was being real, and I was giving soul to the story. And she was saying there's a way to do everything. I said, Mom, I understand that. However, for all the bad that I do cover, I always start and try to always come from a place and always have my mindset be foundationally good. Because how I feel about myself, how I think about myself, is how I'm going to execute the energy into what I put out to the world. So we had a conversation. As many of you, being Black moms with Black sons, you know that there are mama's boys out here and there are daddy's girls out here, and those relationships can be very trying. Sometimes they can be teary, and also they can be difficult to navigate. But I think nothing is that difficult to navigate. Um, Nothing's that difficult to navigate if you care about it. So I thank my mom, I thank my dad, I thank my sister, I thank everybody who has invested into the soul I have, because without them, there is no Braylon. So, but I want to mention this story because I don't think anyone else on YouTube is talking about it. YouTube seems to be about more of the mess of the impossible, not the rise of the possible. And I'm not going to be able to change YouTube, y'all. It just is what it is. I'm not going to be able to change social media. But what I can do, will do, and it's my responsibility to do, is to allow the good to be seen. Now, whether you want to see it, that's up to you. But at least you know about it. So I just want to make that statement known. So shout out to Taraji P Henson and that wonderful foundation. I may find a way to contact them to see if they want to come on my channel. Who knows? Because I think it deserves to be shouted from the rooftops, and those pods are going to help 25,000 Black women across historically Black colleges and universities, and also there will be men and other individuals that will get the blessings from these pods. So shout out to Taraji P Henson. Now, as we all try not to cry from that wonderful story, Kanye West is in the news, y'all, but not in the way that you think. Kanye West is in the news because the CEO of Adidas is in the news. Now, for those of you who do not know, Kanye made some anti-Semitic remarks that, made a lot of companies rather hold his feet to the fire as he should have been. And he lost a lot of deals, and one of the biggest one was his Yeezy brand with Adidas. So September 20th, this comes from our friends from Reuters, Adidas CEO Borgen Golden has defended the artist formerly known as Kanye West. Formerly known as Kanye West to everybody else. I still call him Kanye West because his mama Donda was named him Kanye West. That's not how that works. You don't get to just change because your mama's not here. Your name is Kanye West. Just like Twitter is Twitter. Nobody calls it X. That's a letter of the alphabet. Saying that he didn't think the divisive celebrity meant the anti-Semitic remarks that led his lucrative Yeezy collaboration with the German sportswear brand to be axed. That's right, you heard me right. The CEO of Adidas, Borgen Golden, said that he did not think Kanye West meant the anti-Semitic remarks that led his lucrative collaboration to be axed. Adidas ended its partnership with West, who goes by the name now of Ye, in October 2022 after he sparked outrage with a rag post on social media, including a tweet in which he called for passing away Con 3 on Jewish people. I'm saying it for the censors of YouTube. As I keep reading the story here, commenting on the scandal, which has cost Adidas tens of millions in sales, Gooden told the In the Good Company podcast that he made some statements that were not good. I don't think he meant what he said. I don't think that he's a bad person. It just came across that way, the CEO said in an episode that aired September 13th. Gooden also praised Ye rather as one of the most creative people in the world in both music and what I will call street culture. An Adidas spokesperson says ties to Ye will remain severed and there was no change to the company's position. Ending the partnership was appropriate. Formerly at the helm of rival Puma, Puma is a huge shoe wear brand. I have some Pumas. They're some of the most comfortable shoes ever. If y'all may not know, Rihanna also has a deal with Puma, not just Savage X Fenty. Gooden was brought on board as the chief executive of Adidas at the start of 2022 to rebuild the bruised brand after dealing with the fallout of the controversy. In May, after reviewing what to do with unsold Yeezy stock, Gooden announced that Adidas will sell some of the merchandise and donate part of the proceeds to organizations campaigning against racism and anti-Semitism. Strong sales of Yeezy stocks have helped narrowed a projected full-year loss of the company. In the podcast, Gooden spoke of the dangers of working with celebrity collaborators. When you work with third parties, that could happen. He said it's a part of the game. Revelation 2023, going back to Cynthia Bailey for a minute. Not Cynthia Bailey, not Cynthia. She's very indecisive and a flip-flopper, so I can't get behind or defend her because she had too many failing businesses. So I wanted to recognize the chat with that. And Revelation 2023 says Kanye just said out loud what a lot of people in that industry thinks but are afraid to say. He has said some things about the fashion industry that, is very true, that, they are less inclusive, that, it is a clique culture. And hey, Black women are in the building. Thank you so much for what you said on my community wall. Much love to you. Thank you. Y'all really don't know how much y'all support means to me. It does not go unnoticed. It does not go unseen. It does not go unfelt. So thank you. But yeah, that is not inclusive. That it is a clique culture, and most of all, not everybody's voice is accepted. That is true. However, there was a Black woman from Vogue that he said some things about, and Gigi Hadid or Bella Hadid, one of the models, had some words for Kanye. So listen, even though he is saying what a lot of people in this industry are thinking but are afraid to say, he also has done a lot of damage. And I'm not saying anything that I would not hold myself to account for, because I promise you this: if I were to say those comments, most of y'all would leave, and I will be down to, in the words of Animal House, 0.0. What he did to Kim Kardashian, and doing what he did to Pete Davidson, that music video. If you have not seen that music video, you should see it. He did a lot to Kim K. And if any black man would have done what Kanye West did to their ex-wife, it would have been over with. Fully. We would have been handled. And he was not. Not to mention, do y'all not know that, Donda Academy also was not state approved, or basically how you have to go through the state to get approved to be a state registered school to get funding and all that stuff and to be recognized. They wasn't even, that's what it is. They had to be state accredited. Donda was not state accredited. And because of Kanye's moves, the Donda Academy basketball team could not go to a tournament. So an NBA player had to step in to make sure that those kids did not miss out on opportunity because of his dumb mistakes. There's a lot that he's done. And my mom, she said to me that, Braylon, there's a way to do everything, because you do not know when you're going to have to cross that bridge for yourself and the mistakes you made. That is very true, very valid, and I understand the responsibility of that. But also, too, right is right and wrong is wrong. There is no way in the world that I know my mom would put up with me doing something to my ex-wife. No matter how much she did or did not do, regardless, she's still a human being. There's no way I would be able to have a school and my mom not be disappointed because my school wasn't state accredited and I ruined kids' opportunity. Right? She would not be for that. And she would certainly not want me to be anything Semitic or racist. So I am not saying anything that I would not be called to the carpet for. So I thought that was just flat out wrong for the CEO of Adidas to say. Now, there is an update to this story, of course. Adidas CEO, this comes from our friends at Forbes magazine and Forbes.com. Adidas CEO apologizes after saying, Adidas CEO apologizes after saying Kanye West did mean anti-Semitic comments. The top line, Adidas CEO Borjon Golden has apologized for suggesting during a podcast that the rapper Ye, formerly Kanye West, to other people, not to me, he's still Kanye West because his mama Donda West named him Kanye. She did not name him Ye. Did not mean the anti-Semitic statements he made last year, which resulted in the sports world brand cutting ties with the ex-billionaire last year. Anti-Defamation League CEO Jonathan Greenblatt tweeted Thursday that he had spoken with Golden, who apologized for his misstatement. Golden also told Greenblatt that his company is committed to fighting anti-Semitism and opposes the ugly hate expressed by West, according to Bloomberg, which is a business website. Right there. Hang on. Where is it? Right there. Right there. Quiet racism is wrong. That's all that needs to be said. According to Bloomberg, which is a business website, and it's also a very big business brand. It's Bloomberg is like CNBC and Fox Business, to give y'all some context. According to Bloomberg, Adidas has confirmed Friday that it was in touch with the Anti-Defamation League, and its decision to sever ties with the controversial rapper was absolutely the right one. The company stance has not changed. Golden Goulden took over as Adidas CEO earlier this year after the sports apparel giant had ended its partnership with West and his Yeezy brand. Um, so earlier this year, to give y'all some more context, earlier this year, Adidas began the process of selling off its remaining inventory of Yeezy merchandise. In its earnings results for the second quarter of 2023, Adidas said Yeezys generated about $437 million in revenue. This was largely in line with the Yeezy sales during the same quarter in 2022, showing that the controversy has done little to dampen the interest in the brand. These sales were only carried out through the company's website and app. The company says it planned to donate a significant amount, didn't say the amount, but it said a significant amount of this money to select organizations working to combat discrimination and hate, including racism and anti-Semitism. Despite this, the company said it had taken a $437 million hit in the first half of 2023 from the discontinuation of the regular Yeezy business. Now, I have never been a CEO before. I'm the CEO of my own life. You know what I mean? And personally, if I was the CEO of Adidas, I would have been like, done. We don't accept that here. And it's not because I'm a black CEO. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And would have we lost a lot of money? Absolutely. But also, we're responsible for our consumers who consume us in any and every way possible, and our customers that just go to us for that alone. They may not consume all of our brand, but they invest in our brand as consumers. We have responsibility to them before some billionaire that gives us money. And listen, I know that the bottom line is the bottom line, but the bottom line of mental health of your consumer base is more important than the bottom line of a bank account. To me, that's just my take. I can be completely wrong. Revelation 2023 says you do have to watch how you do things, but you also can't be afraid to take a stand either. I totally agree with that. Black women in the building, Kanye and Kim are one of the same. She doesn't really feel it for black women at all. I don't know about that because she freed Alice Marie Johnson, and that was a very big deal. And listen, I mean, that has been said by many people before. I don't know her. Probably will never get to know her. But I think so. I think two things can be true at the same time, right? She cannot like black women, but that also doesn't mean that's who she is, right? So, to each their own. Revelation 2023 says people of color are the victims of quiet racism. Absolutely right. So yeah, those are your topics for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Did you like the topics? And I try my best to find topics that I can really care about, because if I don't care about it, there's no point in me talking about it. Hang on. Hey, 3 people, welcome in. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We are just here talking. Stephen A. Smith says that he is 55 and single, and he does not mind that at all. Dancing with the Stars, it may be a delay in the 32nd season premiere because of the writer strike and the actor strike. Cynthia Bailey is creating a retreat franchise for women. Taraji P Henson is opening up she wellness pods at historically black colleges and universities across the country that will impact 25,000 black women, with plans for he care pods and they care pods. And then also too, the CEO of Adidas said that the CEO of Adidas said, and I quote, that he believes that Kanye West did not mean his anti-Semitic remarks when he made them last year and when the Yeezy collection was cut because of what he said. So a lot going on in the world today, and I'm just here to talk about it with all of you. So welcome in. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. So yes, indeed. Hmm. I hope y'all really do enjoy these shows. I try my very best to give y'all something, um, to give y'all something really, really good. Because I know the world can be hectic. I know the world can be crazy. I know can feel, um, the world can feel very heavy. And I feel like it's my job at 6 o'clock, to make you feel good about yourself. Um, I know that local news is at 5 o'clock. The national news is on at 6:30. But for some of you who got in at 5 o'clock, you are resting right now, and you just need a place to fall, a place to laugh, and a place to get away from the world that you lived in and just be in your own world of peace. So I'm here to do that, and I hope I do well. I really, really do. I hope I do well for y'all. So glad to have all of you here on a Friday night at 6 p.m. By the way, shout out to King Ashley, and I was on there with Laurel last night. We were talking about Shirley Strawberry and Ernesto, and the calls keep coming, y'all. I mean, it is at this point, it is a audiobook series. Okay, it is an audiobook series. Um, like I said, talked about there with King Ashley and um, oh my lord, they underpaid for the same work. Absolutely, you done fired me up tonight, Braylon. I feel passionate about this virtual tour. No, you know what it is, and you know what, I appreciate the humor that you gave there, because listen, I don't regret the lives that I did, but I got some counsel. And my mom, she said to me that there's a way to do everything, and I'm taking note of that, right? So this is still the same Braylon with the conversation, comedy, and heart that you guys know and love. I'm just taking a different point of view. And let me tell you something, those lives were funny, they were real, and it was a road trip, a mental road trip. And I'm still going to do that. I'm just going about a little bit differently. So listen, listen. I try my very best to give y'all something different on YouTube. So, but yeah, 4 people in the building. Thank you so much. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Give me a moment. I'm gonna drop the link just to see if anybody wants to come up. You don't have to come up, but I always want to make sure that you guys have a space on YouTube to give your thoughts. Because guess what? Sometimes we don't have the spaces, mentally or physically, or even just the energy of wanting to be in a space to be able to have a voice. So give me a moment as I drop the link. Love you all. Thank you all for being here very much. All right, you all, the link is pinned if you want to come up, with yours truly there. Hopefully, you guys will want to come up. Hello to the 6 people that are here. Thank you so much for being here. We got a lot going on tonight on Brainley's virtual tour live right here on YouTube. Stephen A. Smith said he's single. He's okay with it. Dancing with the Stars may not be on for the 32nd season, or at least it will be a delay because of the writer and actor strikes. Cynthia Bailey has a retreat franchise that she is creating. Taraji P Henson is making an impact on Black women at HBCUs across the country with She Care Wellness Pods. And the first one is at Alabama State University. And then the CEO of Adidas said that he did not believe that Kanye West meant what he said with his anti-Semitic remarks. So lot going on in this YouTube streets. Hey, T-Talk with your girl. Good to see you here. Glad to have you here. I am here doing what I elected myself to do. Give y'all something different on YouTube. My Lord. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. Do not let your outside circumstances dictate the circumstances inside you to determine who you are. Especially when you know that you have been consistently and tenaciously been a good person. Never forget that. Never forget that. But yeah, if you guys want to come up, feel free to come on up. Would love to see you on here talking with me about, any of the topics here. And yeah, glad to have all of you here with me. So like I said, Stephen A. Smith is saying he's single, he's fine with it. Dancing with the Stars may be a delay on the 32nd season premiere. Cynthia Bailey has a retreat franchise that she's building up. Then Taraji P. Henson is making an impact at HBCUs with historically Black colleges and Black women. And then also Kanye West, his anti-Semitic remarks, the CEO of Adidas believes that he did not mean those comments. So understood. Much love to Uncle for sure, for sure. Thank you very much for that Tea Talk with your girl. So yes, indeed, y'all. I'm evolving. But I'm trying to evolve for the better. And you know what? I think if you get chastised for evolving, maybe that's a sign to know that you are doing the right thing. I'm recognizing that just because you are a peacemaker doesn't mean everybody wants to be in peace. Some people want to stay in pieces, y'all. That's real talk. So like I said, feel free to come on up if you want to. We are talking about a lot of different things. I'm going to go on to TMZ right now and see if there's any topics, because as you guys know, I plan out the topics pretty well in advance, but we are live on tour. So anything can happen. Some people are happy you're single. Some people need a husband or a wife. You have to know oneself. I agree with that. I think I go back and forth, really. I said many times to my friends that if there is nobody, thank you so much, T-Talk with your girl. I appreciate you very much. I've said many times before that if there is nobody that wants to love me, I will hire a BBW, move her in, do my media career, go home, have a hip hop hooray of a good time, and go to sleep. But then again, I also recognize that the love, the care, and the intentionality that has been invested into me, it would be disrespectful for me to give up on myself, for me having love when people pour love into me. So I go back and forth, right? I want to be married. I want to have a family, and I want to be that pride rock for somebody, but for somebody who deserves it, because not everybody deserves to be your pride rock. Okay. Not everybody deserves to be your pride rock. So, like I said many times before, my mom has said people have to earn the right to hear your story, but I modernize it, contemporize it, and Braylonize it with people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of your story. So yeah, welcome in everybody. If you want to come up on StreamYard, feel free to click that link that's pinned above right there. So yeah, this is an interesting story. I just saw this story on TMZ.com now. I'm going to try to deliver this in a very calm fashion. But if I Move out of line. Just know I'm giving a little juice to this story, okay? So, let me let me make sure that I'm reading this right without my glasses. Singapore Airlines refunds passengers $1,400. Dog farted on us for 13 hours. Okay, now I'm going to put my glasses on to make sure. Singapore Airlines refunds passengers for $1,400. Dog farted on us for 13 hours. Let's see here. You're still so young, Braylon. Stevens at particular age, so he knows what makes him happy. You know what? That's a very good point. That's a very good point. That, depends on your age, stage, and space that you're in life. Very well said, Revelation 2023. Thank you for that love. Appreciate you. But yeah, y'all. So yeah, I'm not making this up. This is on TMZ.com. So Singapore Airlines is getting the gas face from a couple of pissed off passengers who say a four-legged traveler's flatulence blew them out all the way from Paris to Singapore. Jill and Warren Press. So I guess Gil and Warren Press. So I guess Gil and Warren were very pressed about a dog farting for 13 hours on a plane from Paris to Singapore. Say that they ended up seated next to a dog. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. The joke was right there. What was I supposed to do? The joke was saying, "Hi, come over, come. Let's talk, let's conversate, let's have a good time." It was right there. That they ended up seated next to a dog and its owner for the 13-hour trek back in June. It's a cute enough dog to look at, but the presses say that the pooch bombed on them for the whole flight, farting so badly that they surrendered their premium seats and moved back to economy. Do you know how bad it is to give up your premium seat? Premium seats, depending on the airline, start at $1,000. And sometimes it's in the thousands of dollars. Like Qantas, which is an Australian airline, they could be up to $10,000 per ticket. So just imagine two people on Qantas for $20,000 and a dog is farting for 13 hours. The couple says the gas was only half the battle because they had to contend with the pup, which looks like a bulldog mixed loudly snorting. They were determined to get something for their troubles. Third base gas face. Okay. Told Insider, and I think that is Business Insider, that they went through several months of negotiations with Singapore Airlines before getting a $1,410 refund. The presses say that they plan to donate the money to a guide dog organization in their native New Zealand. As for their future travels, they just appreciate a heads up if they're seeing next to an animal. Gil says, "I expect to see a baby. I expect to see young children, but I don't expect a dog. Gotta wonder what Singapore Airlines would pay if it were a gassy human. We all have had those flights." You know what? I cannot stand TMZ sometimes with their writing. I cannot. First of all, 13 hours? Oh, wow. I'm trying not to laugh hard, y'all, but I can't. Like 13 hours on a flight. It was so bad that it was snoring. Now imagine it's one thing to fart. Hey, Miss Rizzy, hi, love you, love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my God, Miss Rizzy, we were just laughing. Apparently, there was this couple named McGill and Warren Press. They were pressed because they were on a 13-hour flight from Paris to Singapore, but the dog farted for 13 hours and snorted for 13 hours. And they went to Singapore Airlines to get a refund. So we're laughing at that right now. But just thank you, Ms. Rizzy, for being here. Love you, thank you, and appreciate you. Oh my God. But like, what would y'all do in that situation? Let's just say that one of y'all were on American Airlines, right? And a dog did that. What would y'all do? How would y'all go get a refund? Would you give up your seats in premium? Now, for those of you who don't know, in premium they offer free cocktails and packaged, lunches, and it's more, room to, kick your seat back and do what you want to do, what you need to do rather. And they got like plug-ins and things like that, and they got the footrest. It's very nice. I've never been in premium or first class, but just saying, if there's any young lady that needs a travel buddy, just tell me when to show up, and I'll be there, because you don't want all that money to go to waste. But but what would y'all do? What would you do if you were in that situation? If you were on a flight with a dog that farted for 13 hours, what would you do? Would you get a refund? Would you give up your seat in economy? Would you give up your seat in premium rather for economy? Would you call your girlfriends? Would you call your homeboys? What would you do? I mean, what would be your mindset? Because honestly, my mindset is this. I mean, we got the mask, or mask culture was made with COVID. I would have done just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 masks, sleep mask, noise canceling headphones, and just. Now listen, there were some people that went to the airport in a hazmat suit during COVID. Okay, now I'm just gonna be real with y'all. That was a little, but you know what? To each their own, because some people are immune compromised, right? So I give grace, space, and love for that. But like 13 hours on a flight, okay. Hopefully that hopefully they update their pet policy there. So that was a funny story though. They owe more than a refund for something awful. A mask is a mask. A mask isn't enough. Oh my Lord. A mask isn't enough. Okay. Understood. Let's see. You don't know. Okay, I appreciate y'all take on that. And y'all, please keep giving your takes. Like I said, you see the thumbnails. Stephen A. Smith, Dancing with the Stars, Cynthia Bailey, Taraji P Henson, and Kanye West. Let me know if you want to talk about any of those. This dog story. Just saw another story. Now Gisele Bündchen, who was married to Tom Brady, she's been recently telling how she feels about the divorce. And so this is on TMZ.com as well. T-Talk with your girl said, I would have asked for a refund. I would have asked for a refund too. So Revelation 2023, are you saying that, maybe you want a free, you want a free trip? Is that what you're saying? Like what else would you want, Revelation 2023, besides a refund? So Gisele Bündchen says, and I quote, I wasn't living while married to Tom Brady. I was surviving. Gisele Bündchen said, I quote, I wasn't living while married to Tom Brady. I was surviving. Gisele Bündchen says she wasn't living while married to NFL legend Tom Brady. She was only surviving. The supermodel gets candid with CBS Sunday Morning's Lee Cohen in a brand new interview, looking back at her relationship with Tom about a year after pulling the plug. she believed she was doing more surviving than living while attached to him. Oh wow, not connected to him, but attached to him. Um, Revelation 2023 said, a refund currency tickets. I think that's fair. So what your girl said, we've asked for a refund. Mr. Rizzi said, I don't know, with a puking emoji. Very nicely done, Miss Rizzi. Very nicely done. And of course, more than a refund, a mask is not enough there. Keep giving y'all thoughts on that story, because my lord, that was funny. She says, Giselle says that she believes that she was doing more surviving than living while attached to him, and admits that she's now able to choose more of what I want, something that obviously feels right to her. Giselle goes on to say that she wouldn't change a thing about her past if she had the chance, which appears to apply her divorce too. Although she admits a breakup like this was something she never thought would happen to her. As a report, Giselle and Tom announced their separation together last October, with Giselle claiming at the time the decision to end the marriage was never easy, but we have grown apart. Um, Folks eager to hear more of Giselle's side of the story will have to wait until Sunday night when her full interview with Cohen airs on CBS. Now, there was a huge debate in the sports world. And by the way, shout out to one of the best sports YouTube channels, Dreamers Pro Show. Shout out to them. Like, comment, share, subscribe to Dreamers Pro Show. Really, really good YouTube channel for sports. And they get into pop culture things here and there as well. The debate was that, Gisele Bündchen did not want Tom Brady playing in the NFL anymore. Because, as y'all know, CTE, head concussions are very prevalent. And there was a whole movie with Will Smith called Concussion, where they talk about the damaging effects of being hit in the NFL, how that can have life-term damage. And Tom Brady, I think, is like 43 or something like that. And so Gisele said, can you please retire for me? Because I don't want to see you hurt. And so he was going to retire. And when he retired, it was breaking news. All of the tributes started pouring in. And then he went back to football. He took his word back. Now, a lot of people think that's the reason why Gisele Bündchen retired, not retired from Tom Brady, but divorced Tom Brady, rather. And, a lot of people were saying, well, that's his right. He loves football. Yeah, but also Gisele Bündchen held you down for a very long time. And she had her own career as a supermodel. She put all that on hold to be a mother to her kids so you could go live your dream. And honestly, I feel like she had every right to do what she did. Now, when Tom Brady eventually retired, she said, oh, that's great for you. I'm glad you're doing it now, but I don't want to get back with you. And I feel like she had every right to do it. That would be like my wife saying to me if I was married that, all right, y'all, it's been 30 years of the Braylon Morning Show. It's been a great run. I've had so much fun being on from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. with y'all weekday mornings, but my wife wants me in the morning. My kids are grown. I want to go live more life. If I went to a morning show as a co-host once a week, that would be disrespectful to my wife. Because when I say I pulled out of radio, I'm pulling out of radio. I mean, does that make sense? I mean, is that fair? Is that a fair thing to get divorced for? I've never been married nor divorced, so I don't know if that's fair. But to my virtual travelers, my virtual tour fan, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that Gisele's feelings was right? um, that she felt like she was surviving with him, um, and not thriving with him. Revelation 2023 says it's a tough one, Braylon, because she's scared and he's miserable at home. Mm-hmm. T-Talk, what your girl says, yes, it makes sense. Okay, so I'm getting the vibe here that it's touch and go here, right? And listen, at the end of the day, if I was Tom Brady, I have made it for most of my life and my dream come true, and I have enough money where I can live for the rest of my life, all of my life. I would have retired. I would have retired because at this point, I could go play football in the backyard with my kids. You know what I mean? I could play football with my wife. Y'all can figure out what I'm trying to say with that. Nikki News says, I understand your point, but I'm not certain that they had true biblical reason for divorce. Okay, I can see that as well, because at the end of the day, we don't, and this is with every story that I cover, and that all the stories we cover here on YouTube. We only know what we know from what information or intel is given to us, right? Revelation 2023 says, money doesn't make you happy. Okay. I received that. BRADY Fox Sports. Now, I'm going to bring up Tom Brady's Fox Sports contract. In May of 2022, he had an offer to work for Fox Sports. Now, the offer has been accepted. But when I tell you what was offered to him, yeah, I think y'all may make y'all decision more concrete after what I'm about to say. Tom Brady was offered a 10-year, $375 million contract with Fox Sports. I'm going to say that one more time. A 10-year, $375 million deal from Fox Sports. So I'm going to do 375 million divided by 10. And this is what he will be making per year. So per year, he would be making $37,500,000 a year. And more than likely, it probably would not be a full-time gig. It will probably be, games, digital content. He will be in charge of his schedule. A 10-year deal for $375 million, where each year, 1 year after the other, you have a guaranteed check of $37,500,000 direct deposited into your bank account. So, I know if ABC offered me that contract, good morning, America. So wait, but you want me to host GMA for the next 10 years and I make $37,500,000? Sign me up. So yeah. That's a good question. I am not an athlete in the traditional sense. There's Toastmasters, which is public speaking. And let me tell you something. I do feel like public speaking is a art form. And I think public speaking is a sport. I really, really do. I think if public speaking was a sport in the Olympics, I would have been a gold medalist very easily. very easily. I wouldn't even have to train. Now, I know that sounded very egotistical to, you know, all the people who are athletes. And if you are an actual athlete or Olympic athlete, either way, much respect to you. Much respect to you. I remember Simone Biles saying that she was going to mentally retire for a minute. And a lot of people were like, well, why are you, retiring and all that stuff? Sometimes you need to take a break to figure out if you still love what you do. So, but no, I'm not athlete in the traditional sense. No. Okay, speaking of athletes, the stories, they just keep on coming. So Mr. Dwayne Wade. Now, I'm just reading this, okay? I'm not shading, dragging, nothing. Okay? So it says here, and I quote from TMZ Sports, Dwayne Wade says, I tried breaking up with Gabrielle Union after having a kid with another woman. Dwayne Wade is opening up one of the most challenging times of his life, admitting that he nearly ended things with his now wife, Gabrielle Union, after finding out he was having a child with another woman. The Miami Heat legend, who fathered his 9-year-old son Xavier with Aja Mentor during a pause in his relationship with Union in 2013, a pause. So I think they might have been just taking a break from each other. So I do want to give context here. Broke down his mental struggles with the circumstances during his appearance on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast, early podcast this week, saying it's something that the couple still deals with to this day. Hasn't been perfect. It will never be perfect. We go to therapy, been to therapy. We've had shouts about it, regular conversations about it. It's going to continue to be something that I have to work at and work on. Wade said that he considered cutting ties with Union to avoid facing the music, but he's thankful that she did not give up on their love for each other. I tried to pussyfoot around it, Wade continued. Let's see, take couple, need help. Understood. I tried breaking up with her. Hey, things have been bad lately. Maybe we've been having a little distance in our relationship anyway. I tried all that. She kept showing up. Wade, who married Union in 2024. Oh, that couple needs help. Understood. I got you now. Wade, who married Union in 2014, explained that there's no way he'll be able to navigate through the rough waters without his partner, but made it clear that he also feels for his son, who will always have to live with the narrative. When it comes to my son, that's hard for him. This is going to always be there. This is going to always be there. He's done nothing. It's a stain that's on him for no reason. I think that is true and not true. I think it's a stain. I think that's the stain on him for no reason, but I think the stain only stays in if y'all make it stay in. If you allow him to know that he is an individual that has a gift to give to this world and that he has a soul that matters and that y'all care about him, it's not a stain. Stains only stay in if you allow the stain to stay there. So that's what I have to say on that. And listen, in the words of Hannah Montana, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Nobody's perfect. Hashtag Hannah Montana. You know what? By the way, sidebar. Can we talk? Like, is it a wrong question rather to ask why didn't Tony Montana and Hannah Montana do a collab? I'm just saying they both named Montana. Anyway, that's just a funny hee hee ha ha and a laugh. But no, I don't think it is I don't think it's a stain on him. unless you make it the same. I really mean that. So, like I said, feel free to come on up, y'all, if you want to on StreamYard, or please give your take on any of the topics that we're talking about um, in the live chat there. So, y'all, seems like the biggest stories right now is Jeannie Mai and Jeezy and Shirley Strawberry and Ernesto. And, Jeannie is really, really wanting Jeezy back. And Jeezy is saying, no, not happening. Like I said, I was on with King Ashley Ann last night. Y'all can go check her channel out, King Ashley Ann. I was over there giving my take, and it's a lot going on with relationships right now in all facets, but particularly marriages. And I don't know. I don't know if people don't want to be responsible for love anymore. I don't know if, the space of love is not existent. I truly don't know what is the mental state of love right now. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, listen, I hold out hope. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, anything is possible. You know what I mean? But I mean, at some point in time, you have to move on. So, but I wish Jeezy and Jeannie Mai the best. I wish all of them the best. Because I mean, at the end of the day, who wants to see a broken family? Some people do want to see a broken family, and we don't concern ourselves with those individuals. But yeah. So as you guys know, Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty, they are married. And let's see here. Jeannie, black women are in the building. Jeannie needs to move on. Jeezy made 3 single parent households before she got with him. That was a red flag in itself. She got the same man his other baby mamas got. Wow. Okay then. Well, it has been said. And that has been said by many people on social media, for sure. You know what I mean? And I think if anything, this is just a bought lesson. Because she would speak Vietnamese and he would speak South to the baby, in the words of Jeannie Mai. That's what she said. And so, sometimes people grow apart. It happens. Something's going on. Marriages ending all over the place. I agree. It is something definitely going on. And it just goes to show that whether you have the resources to be comfortable in a marriage, or whether you are just making it with the resources that you have, everyone's struggling to just be in a relationship. So I bring that up because Nick Cannon that has 12 kids with 6 women, agrees with Charmaine the God's recent takes about Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, being bad for business, meaning her business as a artist. For those of you who don't know, Kenneth Petty and others of his homeboys pulled up to Offset's apartment because Offset, teased him or taunted him or, did something on social media. And so, Kenneth Petty said, playing your funeral, you ussy. That's what he said. And so he's on house arrest for 140 days or something like that. And so Nick Cannon has something to say. Nick Cannon and his Daily Cannon cohorts, for those of you who don't know what the Daily Cannon is, it's a daily morning show Monday through Thursday on the Amazon app. It's like Station Head, where you can do a live radio show and people call in and things like that. Nick and his Daily Cannon cohorts emptied the clip on their recent broadcast, with one co-host even declaring Kenneth should be officially referred to as Nicki Minaj's husband from this point forward. I thought that that was the point, that they're married, but okay. Petty is currently serving rather 120 days house arrest. So my bound 130, 140. And also too, y'all, when it comes to sentencing is different depending on the state, and the judge of how they want to apply the law. Come to find out, Petty's people have been threatening Cardi since last year. Offset finally responded, "They are right. He is bad for her brand." Um, a lot of people are in agreement with that statement. Black women are in the building for sure. Um, and this is happening amid Nicki and Cardi B's Cold War. So I think this culminated recently, or it started back up again at the right message, wrong messenger. Understood. Revelation 2023. So this culminated at the MTV Video Music Awards. Nicki Minaj was hosting for her second time this year. Somebody said that she really wasn't hosting too much. She was here, she was there, she was out. But Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B performed bongos live on the VMAs. And so after that, I think it happened that night after the VMAs. Now Kenneth Petty is a registered XXX offender. Yeah, for a case that he had with a woman from his past, and stipulation of what they call it, boundaries of stipulations or something to that degree, where it's a certain amount of time before your right to give a lawsuit or to say judgment before it passes. So Charlemagne the God recently tagged Petty with Donkey of the Day dishonors over his Street Life Act, and Nicki said much the same, even joking Petty should have his television privileges revoked while he serves his house arrest. Oh, wow. Okay, I think that's the first time that. Well, yep. The bar. If there's any Barbs in the chat, and Barbs, listen, this is public information, okay? Because I know the Barbs, they are Barbie, okay? So I'm not dragging. I'm just reading it as it is. So Nicki Minaj said this in her Instagram story, and I quote, a child who's done nothing to anyone but bring joy, you're going to get the brakes being offered you. Ain't reading comics. Don't give a uck about them. So knock yourself out. Show this to them. Write down, take a picture. Maybe I should give the Barbs another surprise tonight on 11/17/2023. Pink Fridays is coming for you. Coming for you. Tried to stop VMAs. What did I do? I ited on them. Best dressed according to Vogue. Body. I don't know if that's blurted out. Snippet of a big difference. Gag the entire live shy, or gag the entire live gag the entire live child. Okay, CHI stands for child. Live from New York for the next month, maybe more. Pulling up. Love you guys. Hashtag protecting Black women. Barbs, tomorrow I'm going to tell y'all who to swat, since swatting at home with a baby isn't a felony. Let's go. Hashtag Pink Friday 2. Oh, hashtag Pink Friday 2, not Pink Fridays. 11/17/2023. Hashtag Big Difference. Hashtag Last Time I Saw You. Hashtag Protect Black Women Sometimes. Jeanette Stewart, hey, welcome in. Is it time for marriage to be redefined, or should people align their marriages with traditional standards and be held accountable for the boundaries within? I think that's a very interesting question. Um, like I said, I think that traditionally marriage is between a man and a woman in the Bible. Um, but there's some people that don't believe in the Bible. So if you don't believe in the Bible, a marriage is between two individuals that come together as one. Now, I think tradition should be tradition. However, maybe the standards have changed of maybe we can have two people working in the home. Maybe it can be shared responsibilities, because there are some women that they live on their own. They take the trash out, they fix their own car, they do everything. Um, and I'll never forget what Nene Leakes said to Carlos King in their in the interview. That when Nene started to rise up, in terms of being no more, Greg's role as being a husband was reduced dramatically because she had more social autonomy with who she was as Nene Leakes as a woman. And according to the CMZ article, said that might make for a testy household. And while Nikki hasn't come to her spouse's defense yet, she's been defending her own name as she takes on her home swatter. She's promising fans and foes that she'll be dropping bombs on her Queen radio program later today. Grab a hard hat for the fallout. Okay. Kenneth also involved Nikki in his messy business trying to clear his name. Nikki, now Nikki is a whole nother person. This is not Nicki Minaj. Okay, Nikki is not in the chat. Okay, just want that to be clear. But welcome, Nikki, and glad to have you back here again on Virtual Tour Live. Thank you for being here. Petty was convicted of SAing. Thank you so much for putting that together for the censor. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. SAing a 16-year-old girl convicted and jailed for 4 to 5 years and is required to register as an offender as an offender for the rest of his life. Personally, I don't respect Minaj. In Revelation 2023, to your question, Jeanette Stewart, which was a great question. Revelation 2023 is answering your question with traditional standards. So there you go. So like I said, I think to each their own. I think more people are open. I think more people are open to the responsibilities of a marriage evolving, but they're not so much for moving away from the standards of what tradition should be of a marriage. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? So but yeah, it's quite interesting. I don't know what is going to happen with Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty. And they have a beautiful son, so I know that it's probably hard for Nicki Minaj right now, because right now to me, when Nicki Minaj, in terms of her having this, in terms of her position and space in Black culture and in hip hop culture, I truly do feel that at this point, she doesn't have to rap anymore. I think she has the right to evolve and move on from rap. She was in a Tyler Perry movie. She was in, I'm trying to think, she was in Barbershop, the franchise, and she said an iconic line. She said, my behind is a black Amex credit card. I never get denied. I'm like, Ice Cube, where was I? Where was I? Why wasn't I called Ice Cube to fulfill that role, being Nicki Minaj's man Barbershop? Like, really? Really? I'm easy to find, Ice Cube. Let me stop. Let me stop. But anyway, no, she's been doing more acting, more hosting, and she's got Queen Radio, right? So, I think she should evolve, because she has the space to evolve. So that's just trying to see if there's anything else from TMZ right now. I don't think there is. And don't worry, y'all. I am going to have a new episode of the Rampage Tendencies podcast up. I was trying to do it um, at 8 o'clock, but do not worry. The Rampage Tendencies podcast episode 4, Your Space is Your Space, will be up on my YouTube channel. And I have videos. I will see y'all Saturday for that live after show. That should be a interesting episode because there's a lot with the baby reveal that we don't know about yet. But I have a feeling a lot's going to be said at this baby reveal. And I say that because, I mean, we know the cast of characters, right? So, but yep, tune into that at 8 Central, of course, 3:05 p.m. on Talk with Solana's page and Queen T with GG9. We will be doing the season finale of Ray to Love. We'll be talking about that. Then, of course, the reunion. I think it may be a 2-part reunion. I think it's going to be hosted by Tamika Ray, because Tamika Ray on Instagram said I was doing something. And I'm like, okay, Tamika Ray, you've hosted the Ray to Love reunion before, so we shall see. But yes, the Ray to Love live panel recap show will be Saturday at 3:05 p.m. And then the Ray to Love, and then the Love and Marriage Huntsville after show live, 8 Central, right here on YouTube. So should be a good time. Thank you all for being here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like I said, if you want to, sorry, I don't know why I did that. I'm like, hey, peace, everybody. If you want to come up, just click the StreamYard link that is right there, pinned above y'all, and come on up. I would love to hear from all of you. So yeah, it's very, very interesting here. Right now, the only beef is the Tiffany and Kiki. Right now, the only beef is Tiffany and Kiki. I would say yes and no. I would say yes and no, because let's remember Stormy and Tisha, at that dinner, at that Mexican restaurant, they had a lot to say to each other. So we don't know how that is going to transpire, right? And in the last episode, we know that Kiki has been sick, or she went to the hospital twice in 1 week, so we don't know what Kiki is going to do. So there's a lot of different storylines at play, for sure, but we definitely shall see what the end is going to be. I feel like this season is definitely going to be different than other seasons, for sure. So we definitely shall see. And like they said, new episodes every Saturday night, 7 Central, only on OWN, only here, #OWN, keeping it real. I feel like they should just do bumpers with that. Hey, we'll be right back. You're watching OWN, only here, #OWN, keeping it real. That should be bumpers. They should make that. They should make that happen. I forgot about Storm, Misha, and Letitia. Okay. I cannot with you. I cannot. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I really am going to try to see if I can reach out to Taraji P Henson's foundation to see if they want to come on YouTube, because I don't know if y'all know, but Taraji P Henson has opened up these She Wellness Pods across HBCUs across the country that will help up to 25,000 Black women be able to have a place for their mental health to breathe. So Jeanette Scott says Scott 1.0, Stormy and Corey is going to be a tug of war for star power. I definitely agree with that. And you know what? It seems like from this episode, the first episode that we saw, that Stormy is going to get some fans this season because she's making a lot of sense. You know what I mean? She doesn't like Marceau and what he did with the $100, so people are on her side for that. I think she's going to gain a lot of fans. I really do. Now, people are still not going to like her, but I think maybe her fan base may be softening a little bit. That's just my take. I think her fan base may be softening just a little bit, but we'll see, though. We'll see. We'll see. By the way, shout out to Shop Reality TV, because Stormy said that she was going to have an interview with Oprah Winfrey. Apparently, we don't know if this interview is going to be taped or live. I think it'll probably be taped. It'll probably just it'll probably be Oprah just doing it for content purposes, for promotion for her own. I wish the Oprah Winfrey Network would do more in terms of their programming. I feel that the OWN spotlights, and by the way, I covered this on my YouTube channel, reviving Black Wall. You don't know about that in terms of what? You don't know about what? In terms of Oprah interviewing Stormy? Yeah, I don't know about that either, to be honest with you, Revelation 2023. I really, really don't know. Or do you mean you don't know about OWN trying to evolve their content? I think they're doing the OWN spotlights to test us, the consumers, and the viewers of OWN, to see if we want different content. I mean, think about the Essence series that happened, and now they're talking about revitalizing Black Wall Street with Morris Chestnut. I think they're trying to test to see if we want more content. If, we want to see OWN be higher elevation rather with content. So that's why I personally think. And listen, who knows? Who knows? So. Oh, Stormy. Yeah. Hey, welcome in. Welcome in. You see I did fail my assignment. I'm here.
Hey, Bray.
Hey, you see I didn't fail my assignment. I'm here.
That's right. Keep getting up. Come on, go do your business. Go do your business.
Yeah, I don't know about Stormy interviewing Oprah. I do feel this, like, I know it's
I
Oprah's
thought they
network.
said she was supposed to be getting interviewed by Oprah or something.
Yeah, she did say that. I learned that from Shop Reality TV. It's on Stormy's Instagram page, but I mean, who knows? I will say though, I think Oprah should do a little bit more with her network, because she did Favorite Things one time for military wives, I think. So I think maybe doing some specials on OWN, Oprah's Favorite Things.
But it's not really her network anymore. They just kept the name. She only like 5% of that company, don't she? She don't even own enough percentage in it. Probably to tell them what.
She has more shares in Discovery than ownership. But those franchises are still big now. I mean, you get on Oprah's Favorite Things, your life evolves forever. And Revelation 2023 says, of course, we want to see them elevate. We don't need another Zeus. I agree with that.
No.
You know what I mean? I think at this point, with Oprah, she has so many things that she's done. Oprah's Favorite Things, I think, will be a great series. And you know what? Because she doesn't have to do the whole daytime talk show thing and people tuning in, it can be a special of Oprah's favorite things in front of a live audience. And guess what? If Oprah doesn't want to host favorite things, give that opportunity to somebody who's trying to break in the game. Could y'all imagine if y'all saw, Oprah's favorite things hosted by Braylon Lee live this Saturday at 8/7 Central, only here on Keeping It Real? You know how big that would be watched? Because even though Oprah's not hosting it, she picked all of those things, and there's gonna be a live audience to get it. I remember when she did Harpo's Hookups, Oprah's Wildest Dreams. Oprah's Wildest Dreams as a series on OWN would be so. There's so many different franchises that she did on the Oprah Winfrey Show that could be series on OWN very easily.
Well, I agree.
It wouldn't be that hard to do.
I agree that they could be series, some of them. But you was talking about Nikki earlier, but we were eating, so
yeah.
She went live though while you were live, and it looks like she kind of going at Cardi or something. So I think they're getting ready to be going back and forth in a minute. But she said check her stories soon because she gonna be saying something in her story. So since you follow the story, you might want to check her stories out because she.
Oh, I believe it.
But she put the live on her channel. If you wanna,
okay. I will check that out. Thank you, T Talk, as always. I hope that all things work out. And I know some people like Braylon, some things are not going to work out. Why can't you accept that?
They not, but that's okay for you to be optimistic, though.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, right? I mean, at the end of the day, some things will never work out for some situations. But do we have to have that mindset for every situation in life, though? Really, people, come on.
Nope, not at all.
Because honestly, to tell you the truth, and you know how they had like the queens of comedy. If Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and Lotto went live on tour together, it would be sold out.
Whatever
it
happened
would
to
be
Lotto
sold
anyway?
Out. Say that again.
Whatever happened to Lotto anyway?
She still exists in the industry, and I don't say that in a shady way. She does still exist. She's beginning into her bag more, her brand bag. I think the last thing I saw from Lotto, she has a
so basically
lemon.
What I'm saying is ain't nothing happened with the story that came out. No charges were filed or none of that. Come on.
No, not that I saw. I think the last thing I saw from Lotto was
could have been a
was a Wingstop lemon pepper mix. She teamed up with Wingstop for that, but I haven't seen anything else. She's performed here and there. Okay. Jeanette Stewart says, just a bit of humor. Stormy should hire Martell to market her glaze for lips.
Oh my goodness.
Cross marketing for the ashy lips. That. Lord help me. Man, listen, do imagine that for sure. Jeanette, Revelation 2023 rather says, my goodness, do we need another Nicki Cardi war? No, we don't. I mean, there's just some things at this point I think people are just tired of. I mean, of course, for all of us that cover it, it's great content, but at some point you get tired.
This all started by Offset, didn't it? Or something like that?
I think so.
Yeah. Yep.
I think so.
Yeah. So.
There's always something new happening every day, yo. That's one thing that never fail.
That's for sure. That is absolutely for sure. It's always something.
Yeah, I can't believe Nick Cannon and his crew said that Kenneth Petty has ruined Nicki Minaj's, brand, which, I mean, he's not wrong for saying it, but sir, you have 12 children from 6 different women, sir. Just
purposely has all those kids with.
Yeah.
He's in a poly relationship with those women.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he think that because he in a poly relationship that he is in a better position than uh that man. But I think that's all messy too. Poly
Yeah,
crap. And
yeah,
you got these women to the point they can't do nothing, but you can go do whatever you want to do.
yeah. That's just
No way. I wouldn't be able to
yeah.
do it.
That's no, no, no.
There's no
So
way I would be able to do it.
no,
That's why that
no
show was
way.
so interesting to me. I don't think it made it though. I don't think it got enough views. What was it called?
The
Bravo or something.
Say that one more time.
That show they had that came out on TLC, Seeking Brother Husband.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't think it's
Actually,
gonna come back.
yeah, I haven't really heard too much about it actually.
No, it didn't. It didn't do well in the blogs. So
Mm,
I don't think it got the traction it needed. I tried
well,
on it, but
well, I mean, maybe
nobody
Nick
was
Cannon
interested.
could. Well, maybe Nick Cannon could came in as an advisor and hosted the reunions, and built a career on TLC. Because it seems like on TLC, once they find you and they really like you, you got a whole career, just like on Bravo. So maybe he should have teamed up with them. So
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but Nikki, her husband ain't no different than Shirley Strawberry husband, right? We think he nasty nuts
yeah,
because of what he did. So I mean, Nikki got to just understand that some people frown upon that situation,
yeah.
and just because she don't mean that other people do. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, she gonna have to go with the flow.
Yeah, I definitely do agree with that. And listen, I mean, it's not like people are not understanding that that's your husband and you defend your husband. I think every marriage understands the defense of your partner, but also when does defense get called to the carpet when um, the power of responsibility has been disrespected by what they bring into your home?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where most of the audience is. It's not that they don't want Nicki Minaj to be happy, but they also are saying, can you please look at this from a real lens that if any other dude did this, that they would be done for out here,
Mm-hmm.
and that there's a bit of protection because you're Nicki Minaj. You may not want to embrace that fact, rather, but at least acknowledge it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. They about to go to war on the internet. It's crazy. I ain't got time.
I
Child.
don't know.
I
I,
know
I,
you was
I,
covering it.
I, Listen, I've been through enough of that, just not being known, and it was exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine it intensifying times 10 for everybody else to see. Um, Revelation 2023 says, "Oh, y'all gonna have plenty of content because Cardi won't shut it." Um,
Cardi
you
and
know,
Offset been quiet though.
they have, and you know what? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I think So, and here's the thing: some people like the song "Bongos," some people don't. I have not heard the song. I've seen clips of the performance. Um, and let me tell you, Cardi and Nicki, not Cardi and Nicki, but Cardi and Megan definitely personify bongos and what that means. I think they should do the bongo store and bring in an actual bongo crew and just make it a whole bongo experience. So you got the bongo beat and that song live on tour. That would be fire. You could bring people up on stage to hit the bongos, and I mean the drums, y'all. I mean the drums. Okay, Cardi is married. Megan is single, I think. Um, but also too, even if those women were open to doing that, because I mean, hey, sexuality has evolved. If I got on stage, I would not touch their bongos live on stage. That's disrespectful. I
Mm-hmm.
say what you want to, but that's just no. Now afterwards, if Megan wants to, if Megan wants to ride as the stallion she is, and
Oh my gosh.
we, play to the rhythm of the night to use a song, then it is what it is. But just live in front of 20,000 people, No, that's disrespecting her space, her privacy, and her sanctity.
Mm-hmm.
So it says here, Revelation 2023 says, I don't respect Nick for all the babies all over the place. Jeanette Stewart. Nick is on a much different level than Kenny. Nick believes he has many privileges, and Kenny believes he has thug privileges. Nick makes sense when it comes to representation. Nick is still winning. Yeah, he does have many privileges, but also, too, when does money privileges run out? When you no longer have any money. When do thug privileges run out? When your clock has been clocked up.
Oh, they both can expire, but they're on 2 different levels.
Right. So, Jeanette Stewart, that's that Nick is not nice. Sorry. I hope I read that right.
Nick is not nice from what them women say, but them women are fools anyway, because I wouldn't just be having babies by somebody out here making all these babies. He's not gonna have no time for your babies.
No.
And you living a broken home.
Yeah.
It's not a 2-parent household in any of those relationships.
Yeah.
They say he take turns and go, different. Because one of those girls was on Love and Hip Hop, and one of them was on
Selling Sunset.
Yeah. And she really didn't want nobody to even know who she was. That girl busted her out. She was mad the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and honestly, too, he did a whole thing. Actually, let me pull that story up real quick because I think it's quite interesting. Nikki News said, I thought the performance was high energy. They did a good job. Now, listen, I think Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion are both performers now. We ain't going to take that away from them because they put in the work. Because here's the thing. A live performance is mentally taxing. Because it's one thing to do a rehearsal, but when the cameras are on and you have a live audience and people watching at home, it's basically like football. You have to zone out the noise and get into the sound of what you're supposed to do with that assignment. And that's not easy to pull that off live. Now imagine you being in a stadium of 50,000 people. So, when people say, oh, Beyonce thinks she a god and da-da-da, it's like, go do what Beyonce does on a stage in front of 50,000 people. Let's see how you turn out. Real talk. I just want people to just respect people's position. Even if you don't like them, just respect what they do.
Respect their craft,
yeah. So Nick Cannon had this thing about Mother's Day. And it relates to this story. So he confesses that he mixed up Mother's Day cards this past Mother's Day. The actor paid tribute. Let's see here. Nick Cannon's thoughtful gesture for Nick Cannon's thoughtful gesture for Mother's Day just may not have been all that. As the dad of 12 recently explained, he sat down, composed individual handwritten notes for each of the 6 mothers of his kids for the holiday, but just didn't turn out the way that he had hoped. I tried my best. I really did, he said during the May 15th episode of the Daily Canon. But I thought it would be really, really good to, I could buy whatever to show people how I really feel. Right now, I was doing handwritten messages from the heart. However, he soon realized that there was a slight hiccup that he overlooked. As I'm writing the handwritten messages, I get the cards mixed up. Nick admits one baby mama reads the card about how I feel about the other baby mommy or baby mama. I would just got some generic ish that everybody else got. That wouldn't have happened. See, and let me tell you something. When women have their husband, they are very territorial. Just like men are very territorial. And you let one baby mama read another thing about another baby mama, Just because y'all are in that doesn't mean there aren't harbored feelings. Um, so yeah, that's just yeah, that's no. I couldn't do it. No, I couldn't do it. That's too many women to keep up with. That's too many mindsets to keep up with. That's too many different emotions to keep up with. I just cannot do it. I cannot do it. Plus, no, that my mama raised me to be with one woman. Could you imagine me as a black son walking into her household with 6 different women saying I'm in a relationship with all?
I don't think so. Not with your mama.
No, 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 not at all. I don't know of any mom that would, honestly. And forget being black. I don't know of any mom that would.
Ain't gonna be too many of them. I can tell you that.
No.
Yeah, but Bray, I'm gonna jump down.
All right,
Go
sounds
back
good.
out there with Uncle and finish watching this movie or something he want to do tonight. So
Sounds good.
I gotta be a wife.
Understood. Understood. Love you both
All
and
right.
love you. We'll talk soon.
Okay. All right. Good night.
Good night. Jeanette says the Bongos TikTok dance challenge has been trending. It's a vibe. Haters gonna hate. Still, Nikki situate in the Nick situations, the mama signed up for him to be the father. That's very true. And what he said was that the women asked him if he could fulfill that because their biological clock was ticking. Now, listen, if that was the case and he fulfilled that, okay, but you also got to understand that with great power comes great responsibility, in the words of Uncle Ben. So it's like, not to mention too, there is a thing called soul ties, where once you connected with that person's energy is with you. It's like a spirit. And trust me, I know Mariah Carey is not in that text chain with all those other women. I know she's not. She, like she said about, I think she said that about Jennifer Lopez. Who? I think that is Mariah Carey. That's just me though. I haven't seen the Bongos challenge on TikTok. I might have to look that up. Might have to look that up there. Seriously, I don't know. I mean, if one of my homeboys was in that situation, I would. If one of my homeboys had that circumstance of them saying, "Hey, Bray, so I got 6 women, and they all want me to give them a kid. Should I do it?" I would say, question: do you have the resources to do that in terms of time, energy, and resources? No. Okay. How do you live your life now? Do you live your life selfishly for you, or do you live it unselfishly for other people? And finally, do you understand that once you activate those wishes, your dreams are no longer your own? If you can answer those 3 questions, bruh, you shouldn't do it. That's exactly what I would say to one of my homeboys if they were in that situation. That's exactly what I would say. So, but yeah, that was, well, like I said, relationships have changed over the years. It really has. I mean, not everybody is the same. So, Y'all got any more questions or anything? I think we've covered everything. I think. Covered a lot of good topics today. Covered a lot of good topics today. So I do wish the best for everybody. I really, really do. I just want people to do well. As a child, I would want siblings of other mothers all over the world. I feel abandoned to a great degree. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Hey, 5 people in the building. Thank you so much. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for being here. We're just talking about Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty and how Nick Cannon gave his voice to the conversation about how Kenneth Petty is dragging Nicki Minaj's career. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're just talking about that. And feel free. You saw the thumbnail as well. If any one of those people pique your interest, let us know, and I'll tell you more about them as well. We're just chilling over here on a virtual tour live on a Friday night. We'll be on the road for 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 26 seconds. So glad to have all of you here. So yes, indeed. Much love, Jeanette. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope y'all did enjoy the show tonight. I always try to do a good show for y'all because, I mean, at the end of the day, you had a long day. You had to deal with people, places, things, ideas, and responsibilities. And maybe it just wasn't an easy day for you today. And hopefully, by coming over here at 6 o'clock, you have a way to relax, decompress, and to breathe a little bit easier. So I hope I've done that for you all. For sure. Let me get the Great Day website up for the Daily Motivator. And here's the hard part about going live. Anytime that you are about to end, that's when people usually come in. But also too, hey, listen, been on the road for 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 38 seconds too. So it says here from Francis Bacon, he that will not apply new remedies must expect new evils, for time is the greatest innovator. Ooh, that is good. Let me read that one more time. This is from Francis Bacon. He that will not apply new remedies must expect new evils, for time is the greatest innovator. Amen to that. So with that being said, it's time for the Daily Motivator for today, Friday, September 22nd, 2023. Your dreams are real. Dreams exist for a reason. They're meant to get your attention, to captivate your imagination. So pay attention, imagine with wild abandon. Of course, your dreams are not practical, yet they are what can drive you to be extremely practical and highly productive in pursuit of their promises. You've pushed your most treasured dreams aside for too long, but they won't hold that against you. Indeed, your dreams will welcome your rewarded attention, or renewed attention rather, by fulfilling you with a sense of positive purpose. They will intensify your appreciation for all you've been through and illuminate new possibilities of what can be. But do I always say, y'all, the possibilities of what can be. The dreams you have for your life, for your world, are as real as anything there is. Now's a great time to bring them fully to life, Ralph Moore. So another great daily motivator. What I got from that is that, Albert Einstein said, imagination is the key to everything. It's the preview for life's coming attraction. Steve Harvey says that very often. And I totally agree with that. I think the reason why some dreams are difficult for others to understand because that dream wasn't made for them. It was made for you. So you can't tell your dreams to small-minded people. Number 2, we allow ourselves to dream what can be for our life, but we're never open to receiving the opportunities for those dreams to come true. We can be open for, hey, I want more money, I want a family, I want this and that, but when the opportunity comes, we second guess ourselves. If we want that dream to come true, we can't second guess the opportunities coming our way to make those dreams come true. And finally, I always say this, 3 things that I live by. Let your mind be present, let your spirit be available, and have the soul to be open to what can be. Let your mind be present, because at the end of the day, if you're focusing on what happened yesterday and you're focusing on what's to come, you cannot be still in your now. Let your mind be present, let your spirit be available. What does that mean? Let your spirit be available. Basically, what that means is let your spirit be available to be in spaces. Let your spirit be available to be in spaces, right? Sometimes the reasons why blessings don't come to us is because we don't have any available space to be able to go into spaces and have the soul to be open to what can be. A lot of times in life, we will close a door on a thought or something in our life just because we don't understand. No, have the soul to be open to what can be. Because sometimes what can be of your life can be a good thing. And we cannot have anything good if we close the door to what can be good. So with that being said, it is time to pull in this car to our mental garage. This has been a great virtual tour live. Don't forget, tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, #Annie. The Ready to Love panel with a Queen's Tea with Gigi Nan, talk with Solana, and my main man Q. Q last week had some grown business to take care of, but he said he will be back this week, and we hope that everything is okay with Q. And so that will be happening at 3:05 p.m. And then, of course, be back right here at 9/8 Central that same Saturday evening, which is tomorrow, for the Love and Marriage Huntsville after show. I put season 8, but I think it's season 7, I think. But either way, y'all know what we're watching. So join me here tomorrow night at 9/8 Central for the live review show. The season premiere review show was absolutely wonderful. I had a wonderful time with all of you. And I may give a little extra juice for that show, but still, it is what it is. You know, what surprises me about the show is not so much that something's going to be said, but it's what is going to be said on national television. So with that, it is time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born a blessing. And trust, you may not be where you want to be. By the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself? It's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully by spending time together, we'll rise up to be great together. And always remember, where you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just recognizing that everybody is in a different age and stage and place in their life. And wherever they are, that's okay. Wherever you are, that's okay. But still show love either way it goes. Even if love is not received, even though that person may not give you love, that doesn't mean that you don't give love back. Make sure the replay is not just ready for you to watch it, not just ready for you to listen to it, but for you to want to experience it again. I love you. I value, I embrace you all. You are loved for, you cared for, you matter. Whatever obstacles you have overcome, whatever successes you have achieved, I'm very proud of you. But if nobody else is going to be proud of your damn self. I love you. I value, I embrace you. I'll see you real soon. See you back here tomorrow night, right here, 9 Central live. Love you all. See you soon. Bye, everybody.